Wednesday edition, Morning Minute, Mile High Sports. Good morning. How are you? Nate, Shan, and TJ, thanks for stopping by. Sean, Major League Baseball, the Denver community, everybody lost one of the best yesterday.
Yeah, Roy Halladay, as a Colorado native myself, being familiar with the guys that come through Colorado and seeing them go do great, amazing things. Obviously lost in a plane crash yesterday. 8-time All-Star, had a perfect game, had a no-hitter in the postseason, 2-time Cy Young Award winner, and maybe more impressively, we've been racking our brains all morning trying to think of any time anybody ever said anything bad about him as a teammate. And yes, you often hear this, people when they pass and hear how great they were, but in Halladay's case, you can't even find it. You can Google somebody complaining about Roy Halladay and it's not on there. So a guy who spent his life as an elite baseball player, a potential Hall of Fame baseball player, and then someone who's beloved too. That's a major, major loss for for Colorado and one of the best athletes that's ever come out of the state.
He would be eligible for the Hall of Fame coming up in 2 years, 2019. So we'll keep an eye on that. But a sad story from yesterday. A positive story from yesterday, a win for the Nuggets at home against the Nets. But TJ, we talked about it this morning on the show. Nikola Jokic, he's shooting all the three-pointers. He's making a lot of them, but is that necessarily a good thing?
Well, it can be if they take advantage of it. If the other players around him use that to their advantage, cutting to the basket, and the attention is on Jokic, so they're open for opportunities. But that's not necessarily what we've seen from the Nuggets. They're kind of building this team in reverse, and I'm not really sure why they do that, because so much good can come from Jokic. Why not play the ball through him?
I think when you look at that, you see Will Barton get 17 points last night. He's one of the guys that understands that if Jokic is camped up by the three-point line, when he can hit those, soon enough that's going to change the spacing, and you have to cut, you have to be aggressive. Barton does it. Gary Harris doesn't do it as much. Wilson Chandler doesn't seem to be doing it at all. This is something that we watched when Kenneth Faried, people were surprised when Kenneth Faried had success with Nikola Jokic last year and wondering how that worked. That's part of the reason. Faried goes and hunts for alley-oops. Jokic is the guy that can hand them out. If the rest of the Nuggets offense, makes a slash for that basket, they'll have an opportunity to make life a lot easier for themselves instead of having to sit out there and bomb away from three-point line.
And the Oklahoma City Thunder come to Pepsi Center for a Thursday night tilt, so a night off, and then moving on to Melo coming back for the regular season. So a lot to be able to talk about. We had a great conversation this morning on the radio show with Paul Klee from the Gazette about the Broncos, their current situation. We talked coaches, we talked quarterbacks, we talked to John Elway. So a lot to be able to get there. If you missed it, be sure to log on milehighsports.com and click on the podcast. You'll get a chance to listen to our conversation with Paul. It was a really good one this morning. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, everybody. For TJ, for Sean, I'm Nate. We'll see you.